What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Life is Cooler with AC. I'm your host, Alex Cunningham, and today you're not going to know how to say his name. I'm still trying to learn. A good friend of mine, Branan Walker. Is that it? Branan?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I did it for the first time.
Put a little Texas twang on it, a little Branan
Branan
Walker. Yeah.
I always thought it was Brennan.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've got this my whole life. I'll go by Brandon sometimes just to get it over with.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah,
I don't feel like doing.
Yeah, whatever you want to call me, like that. That's me today.
Yeah, I'm Brandon at the Starbucks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's how they're gonna.
That's probably mine.
Yeah.
But so today, Brandon actually brought us a really cool bourbon. So it's called Bodega Cat, and he brought it for. Why'd you buy this one?
Because I'm a comedy nerd. Like I love comedy podcasts, like stand-up specials and everything. I'm all over it. And two of my favorite newer on the scene comedians are Mark Norman and Sam Morril. And they made their own whiskey.
That's badass.
Yeah. So I love their podcast. It's called We Might Be Drunk. And I was like, you know what? My buddy got that because we both listen to the podcast, and buddy got that for me. And I was like, you know what? I think this is suiting.
Yeah.
You know, it makes a little sense. You know?
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I appreciate it. And it's actually, well, I haven't tried it on the rocks yet. I usually drink stuff straight. So I will try it now on the rocks because it was delicious, neat.
Does that make you feel like more of a man if you drink it with without the rocks or straight?
No, it's different flavors, right? So it's stronger. So whenever you put ice in it, it opens up some flavors, which are I'm acting as if I know this. I just learned all this recently, but so I've always just tried to drink it straight because I'm like, oh, it's more full flavored, And I had people tell me they're like, oh, just put a little water in it, put some ice in it, and I'm like, no, that's gay.
That for sure is gay.
Yeah.
It's funny how you watch one TikTok and you think, you know what? I know a lot about drinking whiskey.
Right, exactly.
Whatever bullshit you're doing.
I'm a man now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it is good.
Direct your questions towards me when it comes to drinking whiskey.
You know what it really reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of fucking your mom.
Oh, shit.
Just the subtle hints of adultery. Delicious.
You taste it.
And if you guys want to help support the cause, if you want us to try an alcohol or you want to shout out, you can always make a donation to on Cash App. What is the money sign? It's the money sign on Cash App.
Yeah.
It's AC2 Productions or Venmo at Life is Cooler. So if you guys want to shout out, you want us to try something. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on. I know that we've done some shows and stuff together, but you've really been hitting it hard.
Yeah, no, I mean I've been just enjoying myself. I think I've been loosening up a little bit. I've been doing it for about a year and a half, and I'm finally starting to just enjoy myself a little bit instead of just living and dying by every open mic or any kind of showcase. And like the one I did last week was at the Phantom Brewing Company, and I was so nervous before it, and then I just kind of hit me like, this is your third one. At what point are you just going to have fun? Yeah. I mean, it just, why the hell do it?
Exactly.
What are you doing? And I go home and, I work 7 to 5, and then I go home and I'll write maybe an hour a day or something like that, or just kind of work on stuff, or run it by my cat and see how she likes it.
If she shows you her butthole, that's a thumbs up.
Yeah, she'll raise the tail, and I'll be like, all right, I think I'm good on that one.
I'll keep that one.
Yeah. And I'll highlight the punchline.
And brown Sharpie.
Yeah. Fucking bitch. She is a critical little kitty. I gotta tell you that. But yeah, I think I was so nervous before it, and then it hit me. I was like, "What the hell am I nervous for? I already know what I'm going to say. I already know. I've said it before. I could probably handle whatever happened if there's any issues. Any interruptions or anything. And it's just like, yeah, you're here to have fun. You put all this work into it. This is the showcase. A show is that's the fun part.
Right. That's what we work toward. You know, that's what the shitty open mics and everything. It's like once you get to the show, it's like, oh fuck, this is fun. There's 100 people in here wanting to hear the words that I'm saying. Yeah. It's totally different than an open mic where people are just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. It's like the open mic. It's like, they're not that interested in you specifically
at all.
And they're not. They don't have to be there at all. They didn't pay to be there.
Right.
If they walk out, they're not going to lose any time or money or anything. So it's just it's pointless.
Yeah.
So or not pointless. It's very
for them though.
For them.
For them it's pointless. Yeah, they're just trying to get drunk, and there's an asshole screaming into a microphone.
Yeah. Some douchebag yelling racial slurs. No, I'm kidding.
Generally, Branan.
No, that's not me. That's that's someone else. Obviously,
it's Justin Moreno.
Exactly. Yeah,
that piece of shit.
He is Hispanic though, so he can get away with it a little bit.
Right? Yeah, I've heard him drop the N-word a couple times on stage.
Yeah, and listen, I'm all right with it, but I just don't know how other people feel about it.
Right? Exactly. It's not my word to use. You know what I mean? And like, so I let him do his thing. You know, thanks Justin for fighting a good fight.
Yeah. Whenever I started doing it, whenever I bomb on the open mics or whatever, I'll just say, thanks, guys. My name's Justin Moreno. Y'all have a good night. And then I lock eyes with him, and he's always, like, looking down at his notes, not giving a shit about what I'm saying up there, but, like, he'll, like, perk up and be like,
wait, what?
I was like, yeah.
Well, that's, like, in my opinion, open mics are so fun because, like, you just start fucking with each other.
Yeah.
You know? It's like... Yeah, you need to be working on your craft and stuff, but you are working on your craft, right, if you're getting comfortable on stage. And just like what you're saying, like at what point do you stop being nervous? You stop being nervous when you stop fucking caring. You're just like, I'm having a good time. Yeah. Maybe not everybody's having a good time, but I'm having a good time. And, at the end of the day, we're fucking selfish people. So, like, we do this for ourselves.
Yeah, no, I think I've been that way to a fault sometimes, especially like at open mics and stuff. I'll just ignore all the other comedians and kind of just go off and try to write or like, my move was spending like, 5 minutes into the bathroom just writing shit. And
wait, you do it you write in the bathroom,
or like writing or trying to memorize my
when the fucking door's always locked because I got a shit and it's just you in there doodling.
Yeah, no, it's me just being like, it's like, oh fuck, all right, is that punchline right? Is it and then I realized they have an upstairs, so
right,
so that
and tables,
yeah.
So it's like the bathroom. That's just my happy place.
Because then I can do my stretches and whatnot and not get any. I'm kidding.
And by stretches, I mean beat off.
My pre-show stretches.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Real long stretches.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't think about that, but,
right. They're not that long.
Yeah, we all know when we go up on stage, our dick is already, it's hit the cold.
Oh
winter,
no, mind you, I've literally
you're hang low.
Yeah, no, like I've literally tried to get on stage with an erection. You know how funny that would be? It'd be fucking hysterical.
It'd be really
because I wear tight pants. Yeah, like you wouldn't know that it was erect. You'd just think that it was a normal size twin. But you'd be like,
hey, come on,
it looks thicker. like I can see the bulge.
Yeah. Don't sell yourself short. But
I'm just saying.
No pun intended. But I think with you could pop 2 Viagra before you go on stage. And
2 of them?
2 of them. Yeah.
Is that how many it takes?
For me nowadays, yes. After all my time in the
I've created a tolerance.
Yeah.
No, I think that'd be hilarious though. Like if as a group we all were just like even go and get like the little what are they, just like the stingers or whatever from the gas station that man.
Yeah, those don't work at all.
No, nothing at all.
I told you, yeah. I told you before, but I've tried them before and they don't work.
No, it doesn't even get you a little half chub.
I think your heart's about to explode.
It just increases your heart rate. It's pumping the blood, but not to your dick.
Yeah. No, I actually haven't tried them, but sorry, I'm just positive they don't.
I don't know. I feel like they could because like they keep selling them.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're out of them.
They're always there. They
have been for a long time, and like that's what I'm saying. Like if people were like, oh, it just makes me feel like I'm strung out on meth, they're not gonna keep buying them, So eventually they're gonna go bankrupt.
Yeah,
somebody's got to be like, oh, it feels like my dick's on meth, and it stays up for days.
Mm-hmm. but they're always changing labels. Like
it's always a different name.
It's always a different. It's either rhino or
it's a different animal.
Yeah, just another cheetah. Just to fuck like.
I can't wait till I get the pussycat one.
Yeah, the pussycat one.
Yeah,
dude, have you tried that one? It's only
it makes your boobs grow.
They say it's from a special plant out of Honduras.
Okay.
And the pussycat one, it's experimental. It hasn't been approved by the FDA, but
none of them have.
No. I just because you know how like there's sales reps that go in there and like.
Yeah.
They're like,
we
got
samples.
this new product. Like they did it with like all the seltzers and like White Claws,
right?
And shit
yeah,
like that. But there's have to be a sales rep for pussycat boner pills. You know what I'm saying? Coming in there like, listen, these rhinos are shit. These rhino pills are shit. You got to get the pussycat boner pills, and I swear to God, your customer is going to be happy, man. They're going to love it. They're going to be flying.
How do you
off the
get
shelves.
that job? I want that job.
That's a hell of a job.
Well, I don't know, and they may not make them anymore. When I was like 16. I think I was 16, and I was coming back from a ski trip in like North Carolina, and I lived in Florida at the time, so it was somewhere down the East Coast. Mm-hmm. And I stopped at this little gas station, and there was these little bottles, and I think I still have it, and it said Playboy on it, and one said for him, one said for her, and it was like to make your erection, harder and whatever. And it's like I never used it because like I never had a problem, but I just thought it was so cool that like Playboy put out, and it was like a little shot, like a 5-hour energy for your dick.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds completely on brand for what Playboy was doing.
Yeah.
Excuse me, let me go ahead.
No, I pop
cross
it
my
open.
legs. No,
I'm like, can you see? Can you see it now?
Yeah, I did take one before this, but
he said I actually got a new job.
It's funny you bring that up. I actually, I've tried that Blue Chew, and that works.
What is that?
Blue Chew. It's like something on online. It's like basically Viagra.
Okay.
And,
did you need it, or you were just like, I'm just going to do it for funsies?
I was just going to try some.
Okay.
And,
were you single at the time?
Yes.
So you just beat your dick off for like 4 hours?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, it was just let's just leave it at this. It was effective, Alex.
Right.
It was.
Did you live at home at the time?
Huh?
Did you live with your parents?
No. I wouldn't degrade their home with that. I would just regular masturbation is fine when it comes to. They don't need the next level of whatever that is.
Not the unbiblical type.
Yeah, not the medically induced.
I love that part. Not God's way.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can just imagine you like putting on your fucking basketball shorts because like nobody's gonna be home all day. Mom and dad are at work, and it's fucking spring break, and you're like, I ordered this shit off of eBay, and I'm gonna try this Viagra stuff.
I remember whenever I was 17, 18. I think 18. I worked at a summer camp for 2 weeks.
Okay. And
you live there and everything, and you bunk with the kids that you were counseling.
That's weird.
And no, it was actually completely normal. But so don't make it weird. But I'm about to make it weird with what I'm about to say. It was 2 weeks, and you're with these kids the whole time. You have no time to jerk off or anything.
Yeah. And
because if Catholic preachers will tell you have to get rid of the demons at one point,
right? Yeah,
it just fills up down there.
Exercise.
I'm trying to be as nice as possible with this.
Oh no, we talk about anything on this.
But
podcast.
Yeah, it's you can't. There's nowhere to do it. If you go into the showers or you got little kids.
Oh, it's an open shower.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you sleep with these kids and you shower with them?
All right. Now that you say it like that, it's
what
gonna
the
sound
fuck?
Weird. But I actually won best camp counselor.
Best they all voted for you?
Yeah. I'm just going to leave that
he
there.
Makes me feel real good.
I'm not going to say anything else.
He exercises my demons every night.
Oh, man.
What activities do you guys do at this camp?
Dude, it was... a
lot of team building?
Okay. No, if I want to be honest about... what actually happened, it was just like a fun camp. Like, you go away.
It sounds fun.
And it was, all right, relax. You go away and just activities and everything. And a lot of these kids were like their first time away from home. And listen, I sound like a fucking predator right now. No, me too.
This is getting worse. Is this your first time, child?
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Uncle Brannan's here for you, baby.
As I'm explaining it, I was like, listen, I went to the camp when I was a kid, all right, and that's probably why I'm trying to.
Why you wanted to be the adult in the situation?
Yeah, no, I was just like, I can't wait till I get to that point. One of these days, I'm gonna be the one.
When I'm a big boy, I'm coming back.
Boy. Yeah. All right, you're making it weird. I'm just saying that whenever I was that age, I went for like 2 to 3 weeks without doing it at all, and then I came home, and I remember my parents were like, "Hey, we're gonna go out to the pool, or like go to like the community pool or whatever. Like, you coming with? Like, you always come with." And I was like, "No, I'm fine. I just need some, I'm gonna take a long shower." Yes, exactly. I'm gonna take a long shower.
I was a boy once.
Yeah, no, and then I remember like my dad leaving and kind of looking at me like,
all right.
And I think my mom was like, well, "Seriously, come on." And then my dad was like,
"He's fine."
I think I meet up with us later.
Yeah,
right?
just
and I was like, "Thanks, Dad." And then yeah, but
was that when you were the boy or the man in the situation? Both?
No, I'm kidding. But,
every time I came home, I just had to rub one out.
All right, that's good.
He said, "All right, next time."
Keep it rolling. Keep it. What else you got? This is not how I didn't see this going this way.
No?
Right? In my head.
You thought that we were going to leave all your demons alone?
I thought we were going to be, talking about very highbrow stuff about the comedy and everything. And
Have you never seen Life
making
is
a bunch
Cooler?
of pedophilia jokes, and I'm just like, no, I mean, it wasn't like that,
I promise. The kids always come back. It's their favorite camp.
Yeah, no. They did have a good time.
Did you?
Yeah. Anyways,
well,
I will say, whenever I told people I was coming on your podcast, like just like friends and family that have like come to Corky's and watched me, and then watched you, they were all. I'm trying to be sincere for a second. I told them that who you were and everything, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I love that guy. He's always great." And I've always been just very jealous of how good you are at like crowd work and everything.
Thank
and how
you.
you're able to just, even if you're talking to somebody and asking them questions and they're just giving you nothing, and you're just sitting there like, "You motherfucker, give me something." Like, you got to give me more than that. And then, but like you're able to sit there and just kind of hammer them with questions, and just really get out whatever it is, and then they say it finally, whatever that is,
right?
And you're just like, got it. And then you just like roll on that, it just like, that's perfect. That's exactly what.
Well, thank you.
Should do.
Well, like that's what's fun about like comedy and like being like the host of a podcast and stuff, is because like you're in control, right? Mm-hmm. All the time. You're always in control. And if people don't realize that you're in control, then you're doing your job, because you don't need to look like an asshole or like you're driving someone somewhere. What you need to look like is that they're getting to that point naturally. Mm-hmm. And so just like with your story, right? Just right now, it's like the more you talk, the more I can push into, okay, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. Yeah. But you have to let them, it has to be organic, right?
See, I just realized you did exactly what you would do on stage to me.
Right.
And now I'm pissed.
And
now I'm
leaving.
No, I'm not as comfortable. No,
welcome to the couch.
No, this is.
Does this make you feel like you're back at camp?
Oh, it's great.
Just pretend I'm your counselor.
Yeah. My counselor was a young Spanish boy with no, I'm kidding. I have no idea.
Young Spanish boy. Yeah. Were there girls at the camp?
Yeah.
Were there?
Mm-hmm.
So I've always heard like crazy stories, like, at camps where I saw my first pair of titties. Did you?
No.
Where'd you see your first pair of titties? Like not on TV. I mean, like real life.
Consensually? I'm kidding. Okay. That's a bad joke. Man, my first pair of titties was around 15 or so.
Really?
15.
Late bloomer.
Well, like first pair of like just on TV.
No. In person.
In person.
Yeah, I think my first pair of titties, I had to be like 10.
But okay, are you saying you're hooking up with the girl?
No. Just seeing, like, yeah, not having sex, but just like, when it's like, oh, you want to see my boobies?
Oh yeah. That happens to me all the time.
Does it? Generally at camp.
Yeah. No, I wish, man. At camp, because again, I am a straight man. I feel like I need to reiterate that at this point. It's just, I am straight, but if I was gay, it's fine.
But your first pair of titties, how old were you? Like, you didn't have to bang them; you just see them. So. And I don't I guess it could have been, a text message, like whatever. But like somebody literally wanted you to see their boobies.
I'd say 8th grade.
You don't remember? You don't remember your first pair?
No, I remember vividly, but
okay.
I know my girlfriend might watch or listen to this. But
What's her name?
I don't know if I want to give it out.
You don't have to give her last name. Just
Maddie.
Maddie, listen, girl. This is comedy, okay? So it's like, that's show business, baby. You got to be willing to hear these stories. You didn't know that he was diddling kids at camp, but you learned that today. So now you're going to learn about the first pair of consensual boobies he saw. Please proceed.
Yeah, I sucked him hard. I sucked him.
I acted like I was a baby again.
Yeah, no, I just, I was like a pig in slop, just going after it. Actually, I remember one funny time. I was at the movies, and I was with this girl, and we were. I love the way I have a video here because this works. We were kissing, and it was my first boob I ever touched. I was like 13.
Okay, in shirt, out shirt.
In shirt.
In shirt. Okay.
And then I remember I touched the boob at first, right here, and then I remember I was like holding on to it and then we stopped making out for a second because and then we looked back at the movie, and then I just left it there. just I left my hand
like
on
a true
it
fucking Casanova.
As we continued to watch The Green Hornet with Seth Rogen,
gentlemen, yeah.
Like that horrible, like just comedy action movie. And I just held it, and then finally she just took my hand off her boob, and I was like, oh, sorry. It's just like it's your first boob touch. I'm not gonna let it go.
It was a very similar situation the first time I touched the downstairs of a female in a movie theater.
Yeah, similar
and
situation.
Yeah, and we were watching the movie Hancock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that one? Yeah, that cult classic that,
I thought it was a great movie.
I don't know. I don't remember it, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. He's dead to me, too.
He's dead. After the slap. It was
like, I was like, you know what?
Yeah, you slapped the memory right out of my face, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, movie theaters, like, they're a bad place for young, adolescents.
Mm-hmm. Bad or good? What do you mean?
Like they're not good if you're a parent, or society. Yeah. But like as the child, take me to the movies every night.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's what,
we'll find something to do.
You get a shitty movie, you sit in the top row.
Yeah.
Midday. Perfect.
Yeah.
Midday, all you got is like some recently divorced guy sitting in the middle.
Just diddling himself.
Yeah, just trying
fucking
to listen.
Pee Wee Herman.
You get that guy and no one else, and then you're that's where you go.
Exactly. Yeah, there are no rules here, playa.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you want. That's what I love.
You ever got to third base in a movie theater? Like whenever you were younger?
What's third base? I don't know the bases.
Someone told me.
I thought first base is kissing, right?
Yeah.
Second base is feeling, right?
Yeah.
What's third base?
I thought it was like finger stuff.
Well, I just told you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. That makes sense.
Have you ever been glocked on in a movie?
Glocked?
Glock.
Oh. No.
No?
I think when I got to that point, I had my own car.
By the time you started watching movies?
By the time I started like getting to a point where I could get a blowjob, I was like, yeah, we can just do this in the car, right? I don't have to like.
Right, yeah.
Around, like,
would you like some popcorn?
Yeah, I don't have to, And then I think it's kind of like a weird arc where it's like you don't get blowjobs in the movie theater because you have your own car, and then you get older, you have your own house. But then at the end, where we are, you start getting blowjobs again in the movie theater because it's interesting.
Wait, you're getting blowjobs again?
Not in the movie theater, but I'm saying.
You're working toward that.
No, I'm saying like for anybody. This is just a theory I came up with just now.
Okay, just now.
Just now. Let me work through it.
Pitch it to me, baby.
Like as you get older, you start having sexual experiences in different places to make it more interesting instead of just like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so you start in the fun place, and then you get boring because you get married, and like it's just easy. And then it's like, okay, now when you get older, we want to spice things up. So you go back to like the things that you would do. Okay, the way I said it was a lot better.
Yeah, no, for sure. And thanks for really wrapping it all together, because like what I was saying,
I thought you were getting blowjobs in movies. I was like, Maddie, good job.
Oh, like.
I'm starting to regret this
out of this
podcast already.
Whatever, Alan, whatever your name is. You fucking asshole.
You piece of shit.
I'm slowly like getting out of frame.
Come closer.
All right.
Just sit in my lap. It's like we're at camp again.
Like a reverse Santa Claus.
Right. So I kind of like this topic that we're on, the blowjobs and movie theaters and, your first titties. Can you vividly remember your first time, hitting a home run, if you will, since you like baseball?
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll have to talk about it.
Since you suckered me into it.
Yeah. Shit. Well, we were basically kind of dry humping, and it slid in. And
so you were naked. You weren't just clothed.
We weren't expecting it.
Oh, okay.
And then it just kind of slid in, and then I was like, "Oh my god, this feels great!" All of a sudden,
it's warm.
This is a lot better than whatever else we were doing. And then the other, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" And then
wait, so you were condomless?
Yeah.
And you came in her the first time?
No, I pulled out. I at least had the idea, or the idea, like, oh, this isn't good. Ooh.
Oh wow! See, my first, it was like, oh, fuck, what was that? There was no time. It was just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
So the fact that you were conscious enough to be able to like pull it out and be like, I'm an adult here. I'm making adult decisions. Good for you, buddy.
Well, I mean, I didn't handle it like an adult. I called my older cousin.
Afterward,
and I said, "Can you get her Plan B?"
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, I don't. She's not on anything. I was in there. There's pre-cum. I think people talk about that, and then I just just started in full on freak out.
Yeah, as you do.
It just the fact that you would be like, you handle like a man. It's like
no.
I was like crying. I was like, I can't do it. I'm 15. And then. And then my cousin was so cool. She was like 17, 18, and apparently you can't buy Plan B if you're a guy, even if you're like, you have to be like over 21 or something.
Is that a Texas law?
That might be.
It might be
some stupid shit.
Yeah, because I've never heard that. I mean, and I'm not saying that it's not true. Like for other places, I've never bought Plan B.
Yeah,
but
for some reason they say that like guys you can't buy Plan B if you're a man over a certain age because you might be buying it for an underage girl or something like that.
Interesting.
Which is like one of those weird ones. Yeah. And so I was like, all right, well, I got to find a girl.
So you can't. So an underage girl has to have the baby. What a weird concept.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and ruin her life.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. Fuck her twice.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
But, I mean, anyway, but like, I called her in order
to go get it, yeah.
And she was so cool. She was like, stop crying.
For being a little bitch.
He was like, so you pulled out, right? And I was like, yeah.
I think so.
And then she was like, all right, here you go. Fuck yeah. So just tell her, take it and get the fuck out of here.
That's hilarious.
And,
were you guys together? Was it like...
Yeah, that was my girlfriend.
Okay. See, like, so I was... So it's funny that you say it was a female older cousin, because my female older cousin, her name is Summer. We're not, like... It's a long story. But she was always like, if you ever need condoms or anything, like, come into my top drawer on the very left side, but on the right side of the drawer, underneath of my underwear, boom, condoms. And I was like, Summer, thank you so much, girl. Like, you're a lifesaver.
Yeah.
I stole 2 from her that day.
How many you use?
2.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like a bang, bang,
and
then it was like 5-minute charge up, and then it was like a bang, bang. You know what I mean? The first one was real fast. Second one, so it's like it was a twofer, 2-for-1.
Do you remember the difference the first time you raw dogged? The first time you didn't use a condom and being like, oh shit, this is what they were talking about. This is actually like great.
No, I think the first time was harder.
No, I'm saying like if you use a condom,
right.
Time, right?
No. I'm saying like without one, the first because it's not lubricated anymore.
Okay.
So it's like, wait, you actually have to like get it in there.
Yeah.
Because I'm a no foreplay kind of guy. You know what I mean? I'm a going dry.
That's a woman's dream.
I'm a real ladies man.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is for me.
What are we doing fucking around over here?
Also, I'm a comedian. So everything is very selfish.
Yeah.
I perform for 5 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 5-minute window. Let's figure it out.
Yeah. You get no more, no less. Light me at 4.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think it's hard to last long, honestly, if you think about it. But
no,
also it's not.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes, it is such a hit and miss. Sometimes where you're like, oh, dude, it is. I could go for another hour, and then sometimes you're like, yeah, shit,
it's time.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I can't think about anything else.
Yeah.
To help me out here, this is just gonna have to.
My friend gave me the best advice. And I never used it, but he gave me the best advice. And, like, I try and use it now sometimes from time to time. He was like, if you want to last long, what you got to do is when you're in there and you're ready, you're like, you're about to peak, and hit the top. Then you got to stop dead in your tracks and you got to start giving it to her with your mouth. And I was like, that's how you pretend that you care. You don't. You're just trying to preserve your own reputation. But you're going to give it to her orally now. Yeah,
I agree with what he's saying, and I've done it before. And,
it's a cop-out.
And, yeah, it's a bitch move.
Maddie, if he does this, just know he's about to come.
Damn it, stop saying her name. Jesus Christ. Fuck, man. You're going to give me so much trouble. I told her I was going to be on this, and I was like, yeah, no, he's a cool guy. We're not going to talk about anything crazy. And now it's like, I'm going to have to give her, like...
This has been my favorite topic.
The name of the podcast is Life is Pretty Chill. With Alan Birmingham. You're not going to be able to find this.
Just Google it. I'm sure it'll come up.
Yeah. No, I would say I thought about it. You try to think about anything to help you out there in that situation,
Yeah. Well, here, let me ask you this then. When you come, right, like I'm saying, like in the middle of it, as it's happening, whatever, like you've got your vinegar strokes going on, like what crosses your mind with thoughts?
Yeah. What crosses my mind and what I also say out loud is sorry.
No. I'm sorry.
Sorry, this is good. You're so hot. All right.
Plan B.
Yeah. No.
No, but does anything like so? The reason I ask is because like whatever I've been like into, like lately, like so if I'm into like I don't know, name a TV show or whatever, like because those are the happiest moments of our lives, right? When we're coming, and like that sounds shitty, but it's true. Yeah. Like that's when so much dopamine is released into our brain. And so, like, I'll start to, like, see flashes of, like, whatever it is I'm into at that time. Do you deal with that? Or are you just, like, literally you see, Maddie's little face, and you're just like, oh, you're so cute.
Yeah. I've seen Christmas before. Like, Christmas is in, like, Christmas colors, like, the flashes,
Okay, yeah. Like your family? You've seen your family on Christmas?
No, I just the colors and, like, the, like the... You know what I'm saying? Like how you if you close your eyes, not while you're coming, but
I close my eyes.
Usually, well, yeah, that. But like I'm saying,
I'll pop one out if I don't.
It'll just pop out.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll just fall out, and I gotta pop it back in.
You know what's funny is our parents used to say, if you cross your eyes, it'll stay that way. If you cross your eyes while coming, it will stay.
It will stay. Yeah.
That's how it stays that way. Whenever they're just like, remember Uncle Joe? You know why he's cross-eyed? Because he was fucking around while he was trying to come. And now
he was trying to be funny.
Yeah,
you gonna be a comedian now?
Yeah, really?
Mr. Funny Man.
Yeah, no, read the room, bud. Come on, we're trying to.
I love the fact that you're like, my girlfriend's gonna watch this, my family's gonna watch this, everybody's gonna watch this, and we've literally just had your entire sexual escapade of a life.
Well, you say it's funny, but this is my life. This is my reality. Yeah. I have to go home to this. This is something for future Branan to worry about.
Right.
And I tried to change the topic with a compliment on you and your comedy.
Hey, and
then you went right back.
And I appreciate it.
You went right back to the source.
Yeah, but like, listen, you got to finish that down, and you got to. Wow, see, that's how we know that he's not good at sex, because it just fucking flops down. But but
if you only knew that was so true.
No, I do know, because one of my favorite jokes of yours is, and you don't tell it very often, is the Adderall, right? Adderall is such a funny joke, and the fact, like, is 100% true story.
Yeah.
So that is so funny to me, because especially as men, right? We have this kind of like this idea of how we should perform, because we grow up, and way before we start having sex, we're watching videos, and we're reading the magazines, and we hear stories from our friends, and we hear, maybe our dad banging our mom, or whatever.
Well, stories from your friends are only the good stories.
Of course.
That they tell you. They're just like, dude, I was just killing it. They don't tell about the other times whenever they're sitting there not being able to perform.
Right. Or calling their cousin for plan B.
Yeah.
Like they leave those ones, but they leave those ones alone.
Yeah.
Those are not the stories that we tell people.
Yeah.
Unless it's on a podcast.
Yeah.
Recorded for the internet.
But yeah, so like basically that whole joke is how doctors don't tell you that your Adderall is an amphetamine, and basically it gives you coke dick. Like it gives you like whiskey dick, and they don't tell you.
Right.
Like I was prescribed it as a 16-year-old boy. Like, you're not going to tell me that it also might,
of all the side effects.
Yeah, like they go, loss of appetite. You might be a little more thirsty. Fuck it. But then, how about you cue me in on the fact that you're giving me whiskey dick pills, you motherfucker? Like, God damn it.
I've been fucking for a year, and I think I'm broken already.
Well, it was before I started fucking.
Okay.
So like the first few.
So you
times,
thought you were gay?
Yeah. I was like, I thought I was gay. I was like, all I can think about is ass and titties, and what a woman's vagina feels like.
Yeah, but and I finally get it.
But apparently, my dick thinks I'm gay. It's just like what. I mean, that's how stupid 16-year-old boys are.
Of
but
course.
They're just like.
But you worry about that kind of stuff.
But it's your first sexual experience. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. I mean, like you.
It's
don't
not
know
like you've got other shit to reference. All you know is that your buddy's been going to fucking Pound Town on his girlfriend for 3 months, and he never once told you that. I never came. He's like, oh man, it was so good. She comes every fucking time, and you're like, but my dick's soft.
Yeah. No, I mean these. It's just so frustrating. It's even thinking about it now. It's just like, dude, you gotta tell me. Like, it's 16-year-old boy. If I was 12, I get it. Not telling me about that,
right?
Because I have no idea.
Right.
I'm 16. We're going through like a
Yeah.
And
I'm rubbing one out 3 times a day.
I was freaking out.
Of course.
Because all you can think about is just puberty, sex, and everything.
Yeah.
And then you're in the situation. You're like, fucking come on, man.
Yeah, wake up.
Yeah, it's just like, dude,
we've practiced every day for the last 4 years.
It's like, yeah. I'm trying to think of another sports analogy. It's like your bat's broken. You go up to bat and it just snaps in half. Yeah. It's like I was gonna. That's not a good analogy. I was gonna say Simone Biles not like wanting to perform during the Olympics. It's like that's a little different. Never mind. Let's go ahead and leave that there. I don't want to come after America's sweetheart on this one. It's just anyway. No, she should have done better. But
the way that she could spin on that rail, is just like unbelievable.
That
pole.
She was great.
Yeah,
I think you're trying to make it weird.
You gotta get breathy with it.
No, I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to stay right here with full respect to Simone.
Have you ever thought though, like for real? Have you ever been like, I'm going to be an advocate, right, for the young boys of America, and I want to go to the schools and I want to tell them, if you're on Adderall and your dick doesn't work, like, don't worry, I've been there and I can show you how to make it work again.
Yeah. Have you heard of the? I've actually been doing that actually.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a new movement called the Adderall Awareness Program, the AAP.
Okay.
Yeah. It's mostly geared towards younger boys and everything.
Yeah.
It's a grassroots movement.
I thought it was going to be like Adderall Suspect Society, like ass.
Yeah. No. We were trying to be serious about those things.
This is a real thing, okay?
Yeah, listen, I'm not good with acronyms. I'm not good with acronyms or branding, but it's a grassroots movement. We say, hey, listen, this little pink pill is going to mess up your little pinky.
Okay.
Your little pink wiener. And then we tell them to whip it out, and then we show them how it's not going to work.
Oh.
All right, never mind.
Okay.
Can we scratch that, actually?
We just erase that.
I feel like we're going back into the camping thing.
No, so
that was.
But so that's an interesting. So it's a pink pill. Oh, you're good. It's metal. It's hardy. So it's a pink pill, which is funny because the blue pill makes you hard because blue means boy, pink means girl, so it turns you into a bitch.
Oh my god.
See, that is the branding.
Jesus Christ. It was right in front of my face this whole time.
I knew it was.
And I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it was because it was floppy.
Oh, yeah.
It's
because it wouldn't look at me.
You got to turn it up right to
it wouldn't make eye contact, singular eye.
The old one-eye monster.
Yeah.
It's funny because Dylan Pop, Dylan,
yeah.
He's got his joke about Viagra, being a heart medication and stuff, and it's funny because like I've never had a problem getting an erection. You know what I mean? Like, I used to joke whenever I was in high school that, like, the wind would blow and I would fucking be ready to go, you know? And it's like, was it weird whenever you started taking Adderall and it was like, it just, you would like, did you still have the urge to?
No, everything's still there. It just doesn't.
So you're like, I want to pound off right now. Like, I'm so horny. But
yeah.
Like,
you can get there if you're alone. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, you can, it still gets there and everything. It's just like.
It's embarrassing in front of a girl.
Yeah. Well, it's harder because it's a lot more pressure and everything, especially for your first time.
Right.
And everything. It's harder to get there.
Oh, is that why you were dry humping?
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't get hard? And then it just slipped in?
Yeah.
So it just perked up?
Yeah. I mean, you know, you can get hard.
Okay.
Right? But it just.
But you don't come.
No, but you do, but it's quick.
That's not whiskey dick. Do you know what whiskey dick is?
Yeah, no, but like I say whiskey dick for the joke. But like it's like it whenever you get hard and then you got however much time until you come, right? But on the flow chart of Adderall dick.
Okay.
It's
I'm tracking. I'm interested.
It's like, you know, right before you come, you get hard. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so this whole time you've been doing it with a flaccid penis, and you just get hard right before you come? That's a really good fucking indication.
Not the whole time. I don't take it whenever I'm gonna have sex.
Oh, so you guys, Maddie, you guys pre-negotiate when you're gonna have sex?
No, whenever I think something might happen, I don't take it.
Okay. So what happens when you don't take it and something doesn't happen? Do you get very angry?
Oh, yeah. No, I yell at her and stuff, but...
I slap her around a little bit. You bitch.
I am kidding. God damn it. We can't...
we can't post this.
We can't post any of this. Let's go ahead and start it over. This is... even if it's good for my comedy career, it's gonna ruin
my relationship.
Ruin my whole fucking life. God damn it, Alex. Or Alan Birmingham, whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck they call you. I don't care at this point. God damn it.
Well, that's what's so funny because like I've met your dad several times, right?
Yeah.
And so, I've known your dad for a long time. He's met me several times.
Yeah.
Every time I see your dad, he introduces himself again.
Yeah.
Every time. And I'm like, yeah, you know, we met here and here. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm just joking. And I'm like, all right. But so he knows who I am.
Yeah.
I hope.
I told him I was with him last night, and I told him I was going to be on your podcast, and he was like, oh, that guy's funny. I like him.
Good. Well, I hope he's excited to watch this.
Well, yeah,
I hope he's fucking
I'll probably
pumped.
tell him like there's something, you know, some kind of issues with his phone network or whatever. You know, just any way to
anything to keep him from actually watching it.
Yeah, no, I'm not embarrassed about anything. I just it's more.
Do you have an open relationship with him? Like, are you like?
Yeah.
You can talk sex with your dad.
Yeah. You know, if I.
Like if you wanted to, if you were like, oh, Dad, you know, like last night, you know, like me and Maddie were trying to do anal or, you know, something. And it's like, I just, for some reason, you know, like, you know, my soldier just, you know, he didn't stand to attention. You know, well, like could you bring that up?
If you really want to know,
I do.
Whenever my dick wouldn't work because of the Adderall, I came to him and talked to him about it.
Okay, so that's good.
Which is a very awkward thing for a 16-year-old boy to do.
Yes, it's awkward for you, but like I'm sure your dad was like maybe in the moment he was like, oh, you know, like whatever, but like I'm sure he was so thankful that you came to him, right? Yeah. And you didn't like go to someone else because it's like that's your dad. You know, like he wants to help you. Like not every situation in life is going to be fun. Not everyone's going to be easy, but like he wants to be your dad in every situation, right? Yeah. You know, so like I'm sure that it meant a lot more to him, you know, especially looking back because it's like, oh, he had a real problem and he came to Dad, you know? So like having that open relationship I think is really a good thing to have.
Yeah, and he was, you know, he was like, listen, this has happened to me before.
Okay.
And he was just
he does
like,
Adderall?
No, but you know he's just gotten too drunk and you know, shit doesn't work, you know, whatever. And he's like, "Listen, it's not a big deal. like relax. And then he said like, did you tell her to suck it?
Huh?
And I was like, yeah, but like she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. And then I said, yeah, she'll do it, whatever. And he was just like, well, I don't know. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's like your mom loves sucking on mine. I don't know.
Well, all right. Well, we don't have to go. God damn it. This is another part we got to cut out. God damn it, Alex. I'm not telling anybody about this podcast, dude. This is way too much. I just thought it was funny how my dad was like, well, fuck, I don't know, man.
You lost
it. Drink more Gatorade. I just
get your electrolytes.
Yeah, just you've been taking your vitamins. I don't know. Shit.
Like, I got this pill.
It's like, you're 16. You're not drinking, right? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, shit.
That's all. That's all I got.
That's the only time it happened to me.
Are you gay?
Yeah, no. Well, that's what I was asking myself, and he was like, "You're not gay," and that's what he was saying. And I was just like,
"Did he say that?"
No, he didn't say that.
I was gonna.
But he was basically saying that. I was like, "I don't know, like what's going on?" And he's like, "Do you think about men at all?" And I was like, "No, not at all." And he was like, "Well, then you're not.
Yeah,
you're just having some issues. It's fine."
Right.
And it really helped me out. You know what
See,
I'm saying?
and that's good. That's good. Yeah, of course. And I think, like, not having a dad around, like, growing up, like, I had to do a lot of, learning on my own, like, oh, fuck, and ask friends and, like older friends that I had and be like, hey, man, like, what's the deal here, you know? So, like, I just, when you can have that open relationship with a parent, like, I feel like that would be much easier, because it's like, we're on a good level where we know, like, it's mutual respect. Yeah. So the fact that you can ask your dad that, and the fact that he's going to see all of this, really, it makes me smile.
The fact that he's going to see all this.
Yeah.
That I can't tell you how much I hope he doesn't see this.
I can't tell you how much I hope he does.
I thought we were going to come here and, talk about, the ins and outs of comedy and whatnot, but before we know it, we're just talking about my dick.
Yeah, in your sex life.
In my sex life, which was mediocre at best until I...
it sounds like it's been great.
Until I met my girlfriend, yeah.
Oh, she's good?
Yeah, she's the best. I love her.
Okay, well, hey, that's good. I mean, but, like, is it just, like, the old classic and out, or does she fucking suck that thing like a son of a bitch?
I'm not going to comment on any of that. You're a fucking asshole, you know that? This is the same guy that will talk about having sex in front of his wife, in front of a crowd while his wife is there.
Well, yeah.
And he's completely fine with it. And listen, if you want to live that life, some would say they're on the way to being swingers. But, I'm kidding. That's so mean.
So if you and your girl, Maddie, do you like what you see? But
I would never let you near her.
But that's what's funny with comedy is that, like, the truth is funny, right? Because we all deal with it, just like your story. It's totally factual. I'm sure there's other people who have dealt with that. The first time me and my wife ever had sex, I couldn't come. Yeah. And she was like, oh, is there a problem with me? And I was like, no, it's because you've been fucking with me all week, and, I've been blowing them out every day that I'm in the shower, So it's like, yeah, and it's like I'm drinking fucking Monsters and Red Bulls, and so the caffeine is fucking with me, and so it's like I'm hard as a fucking rock, but there ain't no fireworks.
Yeah, no, I mean sometimes it just doesn't happen. I mean, I think there's a certain, and that's honestly why I wanted to come on this podcast, is break.
Why you wanted to come on it?
Yeah. Well,
good.
Pun intended. I wanted to break down male stereotypes.
Yeah, for sure.
About just because guys, it's hard and it's not, and then you come sometimes and you don't.
Yeah.
And just understanding that as you get older and being, whenever it doesn't happen, you have to look at, like, okay, what did I do today? What did I eat today? What did I? Did I? Okay, all right. Well, I took a bunch of Adderall, or I drank a bunch, or I drank a bunch of artificially flavored Monster energy drinks, and I've been tweaking all day.
Yeah.
So maybe my member's not going to work as well.
And that's what's so neat though, because like women, like they get dry, right? And then like it's like, oh, but I've got some lube. Let's throw some lube on it, spit on it, whatever, like whatever it takes. But it's like, I promise you, unless I've got Viagra, like I can't just throw some lube on it and make it hard, like I can't just fucking pin it to a popsicle stick. So like
there's no shoehorn for you,
right? Exactly. So it's because it's physical, like I mean, unfortunately, like you can fuck a dry vagina. You can. It's not fun, but you can do it. You can't fuck a soft penis. Have you tried?
Many times, and
when I was in camp.
That camp, man, I learned a lot. Learned a lot.
Became a man.
Yeah, I call that camp nowadays camp what not to do.
Camp. It used to be camp how to.
Camp how to, and now it's what not to do. And this is post Me Too.
Right, of course.
They changed it, and they've apologized, and they're thriving now more than ever.
Now there's boys and girls and theys and thems, and there's everyone there.
Every pronoun, everything you want.
Everything you want.
But yeah. So anyways, I think this isn't too much of a hot take, but I think there needs to be more said about men's health.
Oh, absolutely.
And awareness of their own penis and knowing how it works and everything, because you really don't get it until you're later on in life, but it starts when you're 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
And then you really don't know about it until later on. You're like, oh, that's why that didn't happen that one time.
Uh-huh.
Or like, oh, that's why, and then I thought it was, well, first of all, I thought I was gay. The second one, I thought I was not attracted to the person, or like, just if you look at different experiences throughout your life, and then you realize, oh, that's because I was shit-faced that night.
Yep.
And then I was this and this and this, or I didn't drink enough water, like whatever.
Yeah, like and there are so many things, and that's what's so crazy, because we watch, or like we go through sex ed and stuff, and it's like, and sex ed, like, and I hate to say it, but it always makes the man look like the I don't know, like the bad guy, because it's like, yeah, if you don't wear protection, you can get a girl pregnant. You can do this and you can do that. And it's like, okay, but also things happen to me too that I don't understand. And like, why don't you train me to how to cope and how to deal with these things in case that happens? And then, maybe I'm just not always a dickhead. Maybe I'm not out diddling girls when they don't want it, like the whole Me Too movement. It's like, how about just explain that, like, some things fuck with my libido, but they don't want to talk about that. And it's very weird.
Yeah, I will push back up a little bit on the sex ed stuff, just because...
You've been there several times?
Well, no, I do think they make a point of making the girl feel like a whore.
Oh, you think?
If
well,
she...
we went to totally different... So I was in Florida, and so... So, to be fair, there are totally different curriculums, if you will. And so my sex ed teacher was a female. Yeah. And she was a lesbian. So that could have something to do with it.
That might.
I never thought about it until just now.
But well, I really don't remember much from my sex, or like any like. You don't be a dick about it, but like I just listening to like different things about sex ed and in the news and whatnot, and I feel like there is a kind of a push towards making girls feel like whores if they have sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, but I could see a lesbian woman that was teaching sex ed, like, being like, you boys are the problem.
Yeah, and that's how it felt, too. Yeah. And, like, I remember being in sex ed, and, like, the girl that I was interested at the time, she was already graduated. She was, like in a career and stuff. And like I remember texting her and just being like, "This is crazy, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, this is crazy." Like, anyway, what are you doing tonight? So it's like at least I was validated at the time.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, it is crazy because like if someone's teaching you sex ed and a lot of these things in high school and middle school that we learned, you kind of look back on it and you're like, oh, they might have had like an agenda there.
For sure.
Like, they might have had their own little like, whatever way they were going, whether it be.
Well, and it's not just sex ed. It could be any topic, right? It could be, like maybe, and I'm going to throw some crazy shit at you. What if your Jewish teacher was your history teacher? So he spent 6 months talking about the Holocaust. Yeah. Right? Because like he skimmed over the other stuff because he wants to talk about that. And it's like there might be an agenda, right? Just like a lesbian soccer teacher or no, softball teacher, coach or teaching. I've had too much whiskey. Yeah. Teaching sex ed. Like there's literally there can be an agenda. There shouldn't be, but there can be, and that's stuff that you don't think about. Yeah. No, I mean, and one thing you should think about is the benefits of the Holocaust. I mean, like what? No. We got rid of so much bad in the world. All right. Branan Walker.
Listen,
Branan.
Comedy.
That's comedy.
We're bullshitting. Come on now.
Nah, it's so fun.
Relax, guys.
So,
please.
Back to your dick, though.
Yeah. Listen, it's the number one thing I like talking about.
It's not the biggest topic in the world, but it's the funnest.
Yeah, and it's what's taken me the longest. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I would say
the enthusiasm. The enthusiasm was great.
Mm-hmm. Now, Christina Pazynski, Tom Segura's wife. She always says like, "I don't trust a comic that doesn't talk about his dick." And I think that rings true.
It does.
I think there's something there. You don't trust.
Shout out to Chase O'Donnell behind you. Oh. That's Tom Welling. Chase O'Donnell is Christina P's. You see the big one? What? Right there. Nope, down. Chase O'Donnell. Yep. Oh. She is Christina P's feature. Awesome. Yeah, so a good friend of mine. So, yeah, absolutely. I know who Christina P is.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah, super.
She is awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Tom and Christina. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. They're all friends of mine.
And I know you're watching.
Yeah. They watch every episode.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, I do have a question for you. Yeah. Where is your what? I mean, obviously, every comic's long game is playing arenas and theaters and whatnot.
Not every. I've learned that. Not every comic.
Really?
That's not always the goal. Yeah.
Sitcom?
No. Or I've had some people that are like, I literally just want to do this every Friday and Saturday night and just have fun and do open mics.
Yeah. That might be a little bit of mine.
Really? But well, because you've got a good job. You work for your dad.
Yeah, I have my own job or not my own job, but like, I already have a good job and enjoy myself and everything. But I guess my question to you is, what is the next step? Where is the next step for?
I think the next step for me is going to be touring. And so we're planning, and my wife handles all of this. She's phenomenal.
She's the best.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I can't believe she puts up with your shit.
Yeah.
I can't believe she puts up with your bullshit.
Yeah, it's because I've got a great dick. But just kidding.
There
Maddie.
it is. Listen, game recognizes game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's why we both know that we suck. But so
exactly where I was going.
So she right now is working toward building a Midwest tour for me in June-ish, and it's literally going to be getting out there and doing different cities, doing different towns, and literally just spreading my wings so that way I can see what works everywhere, what works somewhere, so then that way it works toward a special.
I feel like most of your material is cross-generational, cross-regional.
Yeah, it's all about dick, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got like marriage material and shit like that, and it just everyone can get behind that
for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's like going back to being authentic and talking about real life situations, because even if you don't, if you have not been in the situation, you can understand the situation, right? Because it's human, it's natural. Where when people talk about stuff that is like, oh, it's just a funny ha-ha, like you don't always get it. You know what I mean? Like a one-liner, like I see some people are laughing, but like I don't get it, you know? Because like I don't know the one little topic, the subtopic that you chose to do a one-liner on. I don't know what you're saying. But where it's like, oh, we've all dealt with, you know, like having a flaccid penis when we're trying to have sex with our significant other. We have all dealt with that. I've never taken Adderall, but like I can understand that entirely.
But you can recognize the frustration.
Correct, exactly.
And
as the man and the woman.
Yeah.
Because I've had, you know, the female be like, is something wrong?
Yeah.
Like, no, bitch.
Is it something about me? No, it's all me.
No, it's me.
I'm the issue.
Yes,
if you could get into my mind right now, it'd be a reel of just saying, come on. Come on.
You got this. You got this.
Just, oh, man. And, yeah, so, like, that's that's what I like about that joke, and that's why I'm probably going to bring it back.
Yeah, you have to keep working that.
I know. There's something there.
There is a lot there. The problem with it, and like that's why I love this podcast, is because like it's real. You know, we don't cut shit out. We don't like it's all one shot. You know,
give it to me.
So what I love about that joke is that it's so authentic and it's so real to you. It's a real situation, you know, and it's so captivating. What I don't like about your presentation on it sometimes, because sometimes it kills, sometimes you want to make it a joke, right? You want to make it a funny ha-ha. Stop doing that and just be authentic. Just tell your story.
Yeah.
That's when it's natural. And that's why the first time you ever said it, it fucking killed.
Yeah. I remember your wife actually said, it's like, I liked it because you seemed upset.
Yes, because it was authentic.
Yeah.
You were telling a story. You weren't making a joke.
Well, I think
don't try and make a joke out of it. Just tell your story.
Yeah.
Your story's funny.
I think that's the hardest part about having an act, and this isn't like a fresh take or anything, but just having an act and like saying jokes again and again and again that you've already said before.
You lose interest.
Yeah, you lose it, and then you're not saying it as hard, and you're it just or you're not coming at it with the same
enthusiasm
and everything, and like I could see you know, singers doing the same thing.
They do, trust me, I know.
So, yeah, like them doing the same thing with singing that song. Like because
they
the audience wants them.
Yeah,
the audience wants like Taylor Swift. When she comes up, they want her to sing whatever song about Jake Gyllenhaal where she unnecessarily shits all over him. They want her to sing about that, like just hard as hell, going after him, you know. And they want that, and it's hard to do that every single night, you know, and give it all of that.
You create a callus, you know. So like it's. And so,
but you have to do that as a performer. You have to get up there and fucking do it.
Right.
You know?
And that's what's hard, because we have to bare ourselves to people, right? And, you know, like, no, we're not naked, but it's in a sense we are, because we're giving people all of us in a way that it's like, this is truly what I deal with, like how I do my dead parent jokes and stuff like that. Like, I'm literally giving you the things that I have had a hard time coping with in life, and I'm trying to make you laugh at these things. And just like that, like at the time that you were dealing with this, it wasn't funny.
Yeah,
it was very traumatic, because you're like, am I gay? Dad, do you think I'm gay? Like like those are hard questions to ask. But so then you have to go up there and you have to be so enthusiastic, like you know, like, look at this, you know. Exactly.
Just a dumb old 16-year-old, a fucking idiot.
Right, but you become calloused, and you have to learn how to peel back that callus and how to say it naturally every time. Yeah. But that's part of comedy.
Yeah, and that's all part of it. I just think it's interesting, the idea that you have to hit it every time.
Yeah. And it is weird.
You have to go after it, and you have to say it every time like it's your first time.
Yes. And my wife and I, we talk about that all the time because I'm a huge music person. I mean, obviously, look at, So, like, we were talking the other day because I've been really into Ozzy lately. And, like, I mean, I've always liked Ozzy, but, like, I just read his autobiography and, like, I've just really been enjoying it. And so I was talking to her about how music is different from comedy because whenever you go to a music show and it's like, oh, that was a good song. Like, okay, yeah. It's like maybe the bass player wasn't playing so good. Maybe he was fucking missing some notes. But you still enjoyed it, right? You go to a comedy show and you've got one chance. That's it. You've got one, and it's just you. And you have to be on every time because if you're not on, people aren't going to think you're funny. But it's like you could be the funniest fucking person in the world. But if you miss that, whoever was at that show, they're like, nah, he's trash.
Well, no, I mean, I went to a show in Austin with my girlfriend, who shall remain nameless.
Anonymous. Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, so I went with her and we paid like $20 each to go to this show, and
was it a club?
It was off of like Congress, so like it was still like downtown, and there was. I think we saw 6 comics do 10 minutes each or so.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know who was there, but I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, they were not doing well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and I think it was a bad room, to be fair.
Uh-huh.
But everyone paid to be there.
Right.
And I don't know if it was me just being like, I think I might be able to at least do as good, if not a little better than these guys.
Yeah,
and maybe
for sure.
think like, well, shit, these people getting paid in Austin to be here, they're not that much better than people I see at Corky's.
Exactly.
People I see at
it's just a different market.
Bumfuck Temple, Texas.
Yeah.
It's like, well, shit, like who is the woman that performed?
Rochelle.
She was great.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Hilarious. It's like, you put that girl up there for 10 minutes and she would kill harder than any of those people. And I didn't name any names or anything, but so it's not like I would come after them or say anything bad about the people that performed because there was a little bit of a rough crowd. But if you put Rochelle up there, I mean, Jesus Christ, she would kill.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Philly would kill, Diesel Greasel. You would kill. I mean,
fuck Diesel Greasel.
Okay, never mind. He would not do well.
He's a good friend of mine.
No, he's a really good guy. But like you would have done great. It's just, I think it was one of those things where like the people were ready for it, and then it just
wasn't
never
given.
came. It wasn't. Yeah, it's just like I paid like $20 to be here, and me and my girlfriend were just having a night out in Austin.
Yeah,
and we thought it'd be something fun to do, and I was like, man, this is. I think I could do better.
Yeah.
It's just, but like being from small town Temple, you're thinking, oh, these guys in Austin, they know what they're doing.
Right.
Or like these guys and gals.
That's what's so unique about stand-up comedy. And I was just talking, again, shout out to Dylan Pop. He was here last night, and we were talking, and he was like, oh, you want to go to these other places, these, like, because I'm, like I just said, I'm planning a tour, and, and he's like, I'm afraid to go to other places because it's like they have murderers there, just like Austin does and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to remember, you're talking one in every probably 100 comics is good. And I'm not being a dickhead, but
that's completely accurate.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like, oh, everybody sucks. I'm just saying like good, like you could talk about people like Roderick McDaniel, right? I don't know if you know Roderick, but he's a good friend of mine. He's been on the podcast. Shout out to Roderick. He's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Right? Not a lot of people are Roderick McDaniel. Not a lot of people are that fucking good. Just like Rochelle. Like there's a reason why they are at the top. And so not every market has people who are at the fucking very top. So to go into a new market and be able to perform and to do your jokes and, like do well, you don't have to be afraid. You know, like I've been all over the country. Like I was just in LA the other week, you know, and did well. And it's like every place has good and bad. It's literally how good are you? That's all it comes down to is how good are you?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it was just eye-opening to see. I mean, I'm only like a year and a half in, maybe.
And you're doing very well. Like Alexis, my wife, she texted me while you were on stage, and she's like, "Branan is killing it."
Oh, well, that's very flattering. I did pay her to do that, but you know,
to text me in LA sitting on the couch.
Yeah, I was like, listen, just let Alex know that I'm actually doing pretty well, you know. But yeah, I'm only a year and a half into it, and it's funny how I think it's also funny how for me to be like, these guys didn't do that well at that comedy show I went to, and then at the same time I might have went up and bombed too. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
And but then it's like, if I pay for a show, I really want to be impressed.
Be entertained. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's not an open mic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And especially as a comedy savant.
Right.
No.
Well, but that's the thing. And again, me and Dylan, like Dylan and I talk a lot, so I'll talk about Dylan a lot. Mm-hmm. But we were talking last night, and people are like, why did you get into comedy? And it's like, why do people get into music? Because you fucking like music. Same reason I got into comedy, because I fucking like to laugh. You know, like, what are you talking about? Like, why did you get into painting? Oh, because you like fucking paintings? Like, come on. Like, of course that's why I got into it. Like, so when people think, like, when what we were talking about is comedians laughing at their own jokes. Mm-hmm. I laugh at my own jokes, and it's like, it's not because I'm being a dick. It's because, like, I think what I'm saying is funny.
Yeah.
You know, like, even if you don't, like, I think it's funny. Like, and that's okay. We're not always going to think the same things are funny, but, like, I'm not going to say something if I think it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, like you were saying, a lot of people say, like, oh, like, if you become a comic, you had to have, like, tremendous pain or something in your life, and that's all bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I got into comedy because I'm a comedy nerd. Like, I love comedy. All I do is listen to comedy podcasts, and I listen to stand up. And I was just, at one point I was like, you know what, I gotta do it. I gotta just get up there and see if I got anything. And
absolutely,
you know, and I gotta tell you, it's given me like a lot more confidence in everyday life.
Yeah,
the fact that I can go up there and try to make strangers laugh.
You
know, it's a lot easier to try to confront somebody about something, or like, you know, or it just, you know, you're able to have that control over, like, an attention over people. Then you're like,
it's totally different feeling.
And those two things are not the same, but I'm saying, just in everyday life, it feel a little more comfortable about yourself and, like, your ability to make people laugh. Just
control a conversation a little bit. Like, and that's something that I've noticed with comedy is really cool, because, like, you'll see people getting, you know, kind of heated, you know, like, say you're at Thanksgiving and all your family's there, and, you know, one uncle's super conservative and one uncle is super liberal, and they're talking about, you know, like, who knows what, and you can come in with a joke. And you can make everyone laugh, and you can diffuse the situation. And it's like, oh, okay, so who has the real power in this room? Yeah. I just made everybody who was getting really upset laugh and forget about what they were just thinking about. Yeah. Who has the power?
Yeah, I mean, you can sit there and say, you know, what are you, Sean Hannity? Relax, Rachel Maddow, you know, like, whatever the fuck, you know.
Exactly.
Just be like, you know, all right. Anyways, we were talking about next Thanksgiving, or like, you know, and then
exactly.
And
let's
move on to the
let's
next
move
thing.
on. Yeah, exactly. And, like, it's so neat, because comedy really does give you this different sense of, you know, like, I don't know, awareness, you know, where you can identify things that are happening, and you're just like, all right, let's change topics real fast.
Oh, yeah.
And how do we do that?
Yeah. Anytime anyone gets political on stage, I'm always like,
cringe. Yeah, I hate.
Come on, like, come on, like, get out of it. Like,
I
got a new joke that's a little. It's not political. It's based on, like, saying like people that are too political are ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
But you got to get through. I gotta shorten. You know what I'm saying? You gotta shorten the amount of time.
Yeah.
You gotta cut the fat on it.
Yeah.
I haven't done it before, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. But, I'm working on a new joke tomorrow, so I'll be interested to see your new joke tomorrow. So then that way we can give each other notes on, go this way or no, it was fucking great.
Yeah, and then we'll let the audience judge whose joke is better.
Right. Exactly.
As long as you
we'll post them all. Yeah. And so. So we're gonna wrap up here in a second, but I know that you have an Instagram. Do you have other socials or?
I just have my my Instagram, Facebook. I really don't do much on Twitter. I guess you were saying like different types of comedians. I guess I'm one of those comedians where I just enjoy going up and doing comedy,
just being in the moment,
and just doing it. And I want to go on other shows, but I don't know if I want to do the. You're doing everything right when it comes to the networking and the merchandise and everything, and I don't know if I'm ready to make that leap. I don't think I'm far enough into it to make that leap. I feel like you need to get 30 solid minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Or just something around there, or just I don't know where the number is. I don't know what the.
It's in your heart, buddy.
Yeah.
That's you have to want it, right? It doesn't matter how many minutes you have. It doesn't if this is what you want to do with your life, that's what matters, right? Mm-hmm. Because the minutes will come. I promise the minutes will come. I've got an hour's worth of material, and it's great. It's awesome to have because I can fucking deflect. I can change directions. I can shift gears, whatever you want to call it, all the time. But at the end of the day, what do you want out of it? That's what matters.
Yeah. No, I mean, I want to be able to headline and do an hour. Okay. I want to be able to do it.
And if that's what, honestly, if that's what you want to do, then fucking do it. Keep writing. Keep doing it. Keep showing up. Keep doing the shows. Yeah. It's gonna happen, right? Yeah. Kevin Hart. It took 20 years, and that's I talk to people all the time. They're like, "Oh, Kevin Hart, he's not that funny, whatever." It's like Kevin Hart is hilarious.
Fuck you. He's not that funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I remember watching. It was the late night show or late show, whatever it was,
mm-hmm.
And they were like, you were you were an overnight success. He's like, yeah, absolutely, just 20 years in the making.
Yeah, it was a 20-year night. That happened.
It was a long night for me, but you just so happened to notice yesterday, But that's the thing. If this is what you want to do, just keep doing it. Some people just aren't funny. And that's okay. I've realized some people just aren't funny. But some people are just fucking funny. Seth Bryan. And if you're still watching Seth, you're fucking hysterical. You know Seth Bryan from Corky's.
We did improv for 10 minutes.
Exactly.
And I just gave him all the softballs.
Just go.
And I was just like, dude, it was his idea. I was just like, all right. Yeah. And then I just kind of teed it up for him, put it on the tee ball, and he would just knock it out of the park. Out. Yeah, dude, he's hilarious.
He's fucking hysterical.
That's great.
And he's one of the guys that I'm like, if this is what you want to do, keep writing, keep fucking showing up, keep doing the shows, keep building your fucking fan base because it's going to happen. It's not going to be tomorrow. I promise. There's so many people who were like, oh, they just blew up. But they've been working for so long, just keep putting in the work, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, and for Seth, just keep getting high as shit on stage.
Yeah.
And,
and they say breakfast is the best meal of the day. Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
But so we always finish with a question, so I'm going to dig in here, and this is just to see kind of what you're thinking, how your brain works.
Well, I couldn't have revealed anything more than what I've already revealed.
This is a great question, especially based off of what we've already discussed. So, And if you wanna hear a comedian ask a question, fucking comment, send me a message, whatever it is. Let us know what your question is. But so this question is: did or do your parents support your career decision for being a stand-up comic? That's a good question.
They if I decided that this is what I want to do full time, obviously they would questions about my financial viability.
Are you gay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they would be like, listen, we've always known you were gay. And I'm just happy that you finally came to terms with it. You have multiple girlfriends and everything, but
you have multiple girlfriends. Fuck, you're killing it.
Not at the same time. Relax.
Sorry, Maddie.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm saying like you've had relationships.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make it weird.
Right.
All I'm saying is that if they were like, if you think you can do it and you're willing to live off of however little it's going to be, or if you think you can make it happen, then go after it. Figure it out.
That's great. So, would your parents let you move home and support what you're doing? Like, if you were like, Dad, I'm going to quit, I'm going to give up my fucking career, and I'm going to be a stand-up comic, would he let you do it?
If I had to live in the same home as him?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be rough.
That'd be hard. I mean, because
and then I would just have to pay him rent based off.
No. I'm saying would he charge you would he say, buddy, this is your goal, this is your dream. I'll give you fucking 10 years to do this.
No, he wouldn't fucking do that.
No,
no.
Like, you fucked up enough nose trimmers.
Dude, what are you talking about? like he'd be. No, I mean, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Would your mom?
It'd be.
Your mom's so sweet. Your mom was so proud of you. Whenever I met your mom at Fox Dog and Temple, and she was so proud that she was your mom.
Yeah,
she was talking to your uncle and was I don't know if you remember. I think it was her brother. And she was just like, Branan is my son, and he's so funny, and he's been doing this and that, and I don't think she realized who we were, that like, no, we know who Branan is.
She was trying to sell you on
my
brand.
Yeah, and it's like, now we, like, this is our show. Like, we asked him to be here, So
no,
like,
we're the reason he's
right,
here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we know that he's funny.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell us. But she was like talking about your hairline and, like, just like literally.
What?
Yeah.
She was talking about my hairline?
Yeah, and like how you've used Hims and just like literally like getting into your personal shit. And I was like, that's a good mom.
How dare she?
She knew.
Talk about my hairline.
Yeah, and your uncle was just like, yeah, he's probably gay.
That son of a bitch. I know he sucked some dick in college or whatever. For him to come after me for being gay, I mean, like, come on, Uncle Jeff. We all know.
We all know. Wow, Jeff just sounds like a gay name.
It does. It does a little bit. My dad, his name is Bruce, and he always hated that his name was Bruce because he thought it sounded gay.
Oh, because Bruce Jenner?
Well, that was more currently. He told me that like when I was like 14. He was like, "Yeah, Bruce is always gay."
Really?
What about Bruce Willis?
Yeah,
fucking manly ass Bruce names,
Yeah, or what's his name? Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
That's manly.
You got some, but like the Hulk did like to fuck guys, but he's obviously a top. But it just
maybe he's a power bottom.
Dude.
You're making me angry.
Yeah, dude, that
maybe he liked to be choked. I don't know.
Oh, dude, that'd be a hell of a. That's the power bottom of power bottoms.
Right.
The Hulk,
right? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Like, and if you fuck up, you've got the whole Avengers coming after you.
That's like that Eddie Murphy dick about Mr. T getting fucked, and he was like, "If you don't fuck me right, I'll clench my butthole, rip your dick off." It's just like.
See, I think your dad is probably a closet badass.
Yeah, no, he is, honestly. He's one of those guys where a little bit where he doesn't realize how big he is, where he thinks
he's little. Your dad's a little guy compared to you.
Yeah, he's 5'9" and just
but you're
normal
like 6'2".
size. Yeah, doesn't make any sense. I don't know where my height comes from.
Well, your biological dad.
Well, whatever his name was. Yeah.
Probably Robert. Probably a man's name.
Yeah, real names. Yeah.
Sorry, Bruce.
Maybe Richard. His name was Dick. He went by Dick.
Which is just what you're slinging.
Oh, dude.
The Dick Slinger.
Dude, it's a little soft at times, but hey.
But it might slip in.
It might slip in.
Well, man, thank you so much for being here. Like, this was such a good time. I knew this was going to be fun. Yeah. I had too much fun.
Dude, I will say in closing, I knew coming over here, you would just be a lot of fun to like talk to and riff off of, and I didn't know we'd go down the rabbit hole we went down.
Yeah, me neither. But, it just happened.
But listen, sometimes they use the phrase rabbit hole for a reason.
Yeah,
and that being, you don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes you find some flaccid penis. You know? So thank you so much for being here, and thank you guys so much for tagging along. And I'm gonna put all of Brannan's fucking socials down there, all 2 of them, and you guys go check him out. He's super funny, and he's coming up. He literally has been on a ton of shows lately.
I'm actually gonna be on April 7th. I'll be at the Beltonian Theater.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're local, go check him out. Belton, Texas. He's coming up, guys. Unlike his penis, like he's rock solid. So check him out, and thank you guys so much for sticking with us, and I hope you had a good time. I had a fucking phenomenal time. Again, thanks, buddy.
Oh, shit.
Wow. See, it's flaccid.
There it is.
Thanks, guys.